Unleashing Your Inner Fire, the Now Revolution. Welcome, dreamers, doers, and everyone in between. Today, we're diving into a world of limitless possibilities where your wildest aspirations aren't just pipe dreams, but attainable realities. I'm thrilled to share with you the transformative insights I've gained from an extraordinary individual who's lighting fires in hearts across the globe. I recently had the incredible privilege of sitting down with Regina Martin, a force of nature in the realm of personal development and empowerment. Regina isn't just an educator, speaker, and author. She's a dream igniter, a purpose awakener, and a true catalyst for change. Her work through Dare to Dream Motivational Speaking and Coaching LLC has been nothing short of revolutionary, empowering countless individuals to rewrite their stories and reclaim their destinies. Now, buckle up, because what I'm about to share with you isn't just information. It's a call to arms for your dreams, a battle cry for your ambitions, and a love letter to the extraordinary potential that lies within each and every one of you. Let's start with a question that might make you squirm in your seat a little. When was the last time you dared to dream so big it scared you? When did you last look in the mirror and see not just who you are, but who you could become? If you're drawing a blank, don't worry, you're not alone. And that's exactly why Regina Martin's message is so crucial for our times. Imagine, if you will, a world where every person wakes up with a fire in their belly and a clear vision of their purpose. A world where self-doubt is as outdated as a flip phone, and where the only limits are the ones we choose to believe in. Sounds like a fantasy, right? Well, hold on to your hats, because that's the world Regina Martin is helping to create, one empowered individual at a time. But let's rewind a bit. Regina's journey wasn't always paved with confidence and clarity. Picture a woman who once stood where many of us stand today, in front of the mirror, grappling with a reflection that didn't quite match the greatness she sensed within. A woman who felt the weight of other people's expectations pressing down on her shoulders, threatening to crush her own dreams before they could take flight. This was Regina's starting point. Relatable, isn't it? How many of us have felt that gnawing sense of not being enough, of not belonging in the very space we aspire to occupy? But here's where Regina's story takes a turn that can inspire us all. Instead of letting those doubts define her, she chose to define herself. She made a radical decision to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, to silence the chorus of naysayers, both external and internal, and to start writing her own story. This journey led her to develop a philosophy so powerful, yet so beautifully simple, that it has the potential to revolutionize lives. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the power of now and never let anyone define your dreams or control your story. Oh, when opportunity knocks, kick the door in. W, walk in your purpose. Now, I know what you're thinking. Great, another acronym, just what the world needs. But stick with me, because these three letters pack a punch that could knock your socks off and catapult you into a life beyond your wildest dreams. Let's break it down, shall we? First up, never let anyone define your dreams or control your story. Oh boy, if I had $1 for every dream that's been squashed by well-meaning advice or societal expectations, I'd be giving Elon Musk a run for his money. How many of us have shelved our true passions in favor of practical choices? Regina shared a story that perfectly illustrates this point. Picture a young woman, bright-eyed and full of creative energy, who'd always dreamed of becoming an artist. But there was a catch: her family had other plans. They pushed her towards a safe business degree, insisting it was for her own good. This young woman found herself trapped in a life that felt like someone else's, pursuing a path that left her feeling hollow and unfulfilled. Sound familiar? I bet more than a few of you are nodding right now. But here's where it gets good. After attending one of Regina's workshops, this young woman found the courage to have an honest conversation with her family. And guess what? She switched her major to fine arts. Fast forward to today, and she's a successful graphic designer, living a life that aligns with her true self. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, well, that's great for her, but my situation is different. And you're right, your situation is unique, but the principle remains the same. Your dreams, no matter how big or how unconventional, are valid. They're important. And most importantly, they're yours. Think about it this way. If you let someone else define your dreams, you're essentially living their life, not yours. You're starring in someone else's movie instead of directing your own. And let me tell you, that's a surefire recipe for a life of what ifs and if onlys. So I challenge you right now. Take a moment to think about a dream you've been holding back. Maybe it's a career change you've been too scared to pursue. Maybe it's a book you've always wanted to write, but never thought you were good enough to attempt. Whatever it is, I want you to acknowledge it. Give it space to breathe, because recognizing your true desires is the first step towards making them a reality. Now, let's move on to the O in now. When opportunity knocks, kick the door in. I love this part because it's not just about seizing opportunities, it's about creating them. It's about being so ready, so determined that when chance comes a knocking, you don't just politely open the door, you kick it wide open with the force of 1,000 dreams. Regina shared a personal example that beautifully illustrates this principle. When she first had the idea to write a book, doubt crept in. That nasty little voice in her head started whispering, "Who are you to write a book? What do you have to say that's worth reading?" But instead of letting that doubt paralyze her, Regina chose to kick the door in. She reached out to potential co-authors, pitched her idea, and before she knew it, she was deep in the process of writing the Fire Girl Code of Conduct, 12 Laws to Living Her Life on Fire. Now, pause for a moment and imagine if Regina had listened to that doubtful voice. Imagine all the young women who wouldn't have been inspired by her book. Imagine the ripple effect of empowerment and change that would have been lost. This is the power of kicking down doors. It's not just about what it does for you. It's about the impact you can have on others when you choose to be bold. But here's the kicker. Opportunities don't always come gift wrapped and obvious. Sometimes we need to create them ourselves. It's about being proactive, not reactive. It's about looking at your life and asking, where can I create an opening? Where can I make something happen? I want you to think about an opportunity you've been hesitating to pursue. Maybe it's applying for that dream job you think you're not qualified for. Maybe it's finally starting that side hustle you've been dreaming about. Whatever it is, I want you to make a commitment right now. Commit to taking one concrete step toward that opportunity in the next 24 hours. It could be as simple as updating your resume or buying a domain name for your business idea. The important thing is to start moving. Remember, every great achievement in history started with someone deciding to act. Your action, no matter how small it seems, could be the first domino in a chain reaction that changes your life and potentially the lives of others forever. Now, let's tackle the final piece of the now puzzle. Walk in your purpose. This isn't just about knowing what you want to do. It's about embodying your goals and living them every single day. Regina has a saying that I absolutely love. When you walk into the room, own the room. Now, before you start picturing some sort of power-hungry, egomaniacal takeover, let me clarify. This isn't about arrogance or overconfidence. It's about knowing your worth, understanding the unique value you bring to the table, and carrying yourself with the dignity and assurance that comes from living in alignment with your purpose. To illustrate this, let me share a powerful story from Regina's work with Dare to Dream Motivational Speaking and Coaching LLC. Picture a woman in her mid-40s, successful by society standards, but feeling empty inside. She had a high-paying corporate job, a nice house, all the trappings of what we're told constitutes success. But every morning, she'd wake up with a knot in her stomach, dreading another day of work she found meaningless. This woman had always dreamed of starting her own business, something that would make a real difference in people's lives. But fear of failure, of leaving her safe job, kept her paralyzed. Through coaching sessions with Regina, she began to reconnect with her purpose and build the confidence to take action. Over several months, this woman developed a business plan, started networking, and eventually took the leap to launch her own consulting firm focused on sustainable business practices. Today, she's not just successful in the traditional sense, she's fulfilled, energized, and living a life that aligns with her deepest values. This is what it means to walk in your purpose. It's not just about achieving external markers of success. It's about waking up every day feeling like you're exactly where you're meant to be, doing exactly what you're meant to do. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, that's great for her, but I don't even know what my purpose is. And that's okay. Finding your purpose isn't always a lightning bolt moment. Sometimes it's a gradual process of exploration and self discovery. Regina's approach to this is both practical and profound. She encourages people to view their lives in chapters, beginning, middle, and end. The beginning chapter might be high school students transitioning to college or employment. The middle chapter could be college students pursuing their degrees while understanding that their degree doesn't have to define their future journey. And the end chapter, that's for working professionals looking to create the next chapter in their lives on their own terms. No matter which chapter you're in, the message is clear. You have options. You have the power to create your own roadmap to success in entrepreneurship and in life. Your degree, your past experiences, your current circumstances, none of these have to define your future. You are the architect of your dream. This message of empowerment through education is at the core of Regina's work. As an educator with a decade of experience in secondary and post-secondary education platforms, including Trio and Gear Up, she understands the transformative power of knowledge. But she also knows that true education goes beyond textbooks and syllabi. It's about equipping people with the tools to navigate life, to overcome obstacles, and to pursue their dreams with confidence and determination. Regina often says, the power of the educated mind is something that should never be taken for granted and should always be celebrated. But she's not just talking about formal education. She's talking about life knowledge, about the wisdom that comes from daring to dream, from facing our fears, from learning to be uncomfortable in the pursuit of growth. As I absorbed Regina's insights, I was struck by how universally applicable her message is. Whether you're a high school student unsure about your future, a college graduate struggling to find your place in the world, or a seasoned professional feeling unfulfilled in your career, the principles of now can help you chart a new course. But here's the thing. Knowledge without action is just information. Regina's call to action is clear. It's time to take control of your destiny. It's time to dare to dream. So I want to challenge you right now. Think about a dream you've been holding back, a goal you've been too afraid to pursue. Maybe it's starting that business you've always talked about, or going back to school to study something you're passionate about. Maybe it's changing careers, or finally writing that book that's been living in your head for years. Whatever it is, I want you to write it down. Right now, take out your phone, open a note, and write down that dream. And then I want you to ask yourself, what's one small step I can take today towards this dream? Remember, you don't have to have it all figured out. You don't need to know every step of the journey. You just need to take that first step. As Regina would say, when opportunity knocks, kick the door in. Create your own opportunities, and then walk in your purpose with confidence and determination. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Your journey to living a life on fire, a life aligned with your deepest dreams and values, starts today, right here, right now. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final thought from Regina Martin. She says, the world needs dreams and the world needs doers, but above all, the world needs dreamers who do. You have the power to be that dreamer who does. You have the power to change the conversation and walk into rooms that others may deny you entry. Your story is waiting to be told, and someone needs to hear it. Your dreams are valid, your voice matters, and your potential is limitless. It's time to embrace the power of now. Never let anyone define your dreams or control your story. When opportunity knocks, kick the door in. Walk in your purpose. Remember, you are the architect of your dreams. The next chapter of your life is waiting to be written. Will you dare to dream? Will you take that first step? The choice is yours. The time is now. But let's not stop here. Let's take this beyond just inspiration and move into action. I want you to make a commitment right now. In the next 24 hours, I challenge you to do three things. One, define your dream. Take 15 minutes to write down your biggest, most audacious dream. Don't censor yourself. Let your imagination run wild. Two, identify your first step. What's one small, concrete action you can take towards that dream in the next week? It could be as simple as researching online courses, reaching out to a mentor, or setting aside an hour each day to work on your passion project. Three, share your commitment. Tell someone about your dream and your first step. It could be a friend, a family member, or even a stranger on social media. Sharing your commitment makes it real and holds you accountable. Remember, every great achievement in history started with a single step. Your step, no matter how small it might seem, could be the beginning of something extraordinary. And here's a thought to leave you with. What if the person who holds the key to solving one of the world's biggest problems is sitting in this audience right now? but they're too afraid to pursue their dream? What if the next groundbreaking invention, the next world changing idea, the next paradigm shifting perspective is locked inside your mind, waiting for you to have the courage to bring it into the world? The world needs your dreams. It needs your unique perspective, your individual talents, your specific combination of experiences and insights. Don't rob the world of your contribution by playing small or staying silent. As you leave here today, I want you to carry with you the fire of possibility. Let the power of now guide you. Never let anyone define your dreams. When opportunity knocks, kick the door in and walk in your purpose. Your evolution has begun, but the chapter has not ended. One book, one story, and one stage at a time, you can create the life you've always dreamed of. The world is waiting for your unique contribution. Go out there and make it happen. Remember, the power to change your life, to impact others, to leave your mark on the world, it all starts with daring to dream. And that power is in your hands right now. Thank you.